I'm ABBOTT DUTTON. Coming up next on High Desert Metro News, a former business owner in Apple Valley is found dead in his home. We'll give you details. And an Antelope Valley bank is robbed for the second time.
And I'm Jim Dillman. Are those gusty Santa Ana winds gone for a while? I'll tell you about it during weather.
I'm Steve Gilman. In sports, the Mavericks come off a red-hot weekend by sweeping the Rancho Quakes.
Well, those stories and more next on High Desert Metro News.
From the Antelope Valley to the Victor Valley, from Barstow to Ridgecrest, from Quartz Hill to Running Springs, bringing you more than the headlines, the complete story. The High Desert Metro News Team.
Good evening, everyone. This is High Desert Metro News. Here's what's happening on this Monday. The standoff in Waco, Texas has come to a fiery end today. This morning, the Branch Davidian compound went up in flames. This followed an early morning action from the FBI. Officials rammed the compound and threw in tear gas, trying to bring the people out. Later, 2 cult members were seen setting the place on fire. It's believed that at least 8 cult members survived. The others, including David Koresh, are presumed dead, and this ends a 51-day standoff. A 44-year-old Apple Valley man was found dead in his home. The sister of William Parker discovered his body yesterday morning when she went to his home to visit him. Apple Valley police say Parker did not die of natural causes.
Detective Rick Cole from San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department Homicide Division is in charge of the investigation because of the suspicious circumstances around the death. It wasn't simply from natural causes, and so we in turn have our Homicide Division and the Coroner's Office investigate that death.
Parker lived at this home on the 14,000 block of Fathead Road in Apple Valley. It's also known that Parker was the former co-owner of this Western wear store called Duck Horns in Apple Valley. Police say the 44-year-old victim was last seen alive on Saturday night around 7:30. Once again, police at this point have no cause of death for the man. The coroner is trying to find out through an autopsy, and we'll keep you posted. The Antelope Valley Bank in Lake Los Angeles has been robbed for the second time in less than 2 weeks. This time, however, 2 of the robbers have been caught. 2 suspects are still outstanding. No one was hurt, and no money has been recovered. We spoke to Sheriff's Deputy Jody Sharp about the robbery.
Short pursuit ensued, at which time the suspect vehicle lost control, rolled, and 2 male black suspects were seen running through the desert. At about 5 minutes after the pursuit, they were arrested.
This robbery was foiled by nearby business owner Maurice Knuckle. When the robbers entered the bank and ordered employees to the floor, Maurice called 911. After the robbers fled, Maurice followed the car in order to see the plate number and instead saw 2 of the men enter a different black truck. A police helicopter located the getaway car, which ran off the road 10 miles down the highway. 2 of the juvenile robbers were apprehended there. Highway 18 was temporarily shut down over the weekend while California Highway Patrol officers chased a man who was transporting explosives. The incident took place Saturday morning. According to officials, the driver of this red Firebird was traveling about 80 miles per hour when officers tried to pull him over. The driver failed to stop and led officers on a short pursuit. When he crossed the county line between San Bernardino and Los Angeles, he jumped out of his car and fled. He was soon caught and found in possession of some drugs and some explosives.
Inside the vehicle, in the center console, was what appeared to be a bomb. It turns out it was an explosive device, and we, of course, backed away from the vehicle and closed the highway for the safety of the public.
The LA County Bomb Squad was called to the scene and removed the device.
It looks about the size of a small highway flare. It looked like a stick of dynamite to me, and in fact it had quite a bit of explosive power.
CHP officers arrested 29-year-old Mark Alexander Hendry. Highway 18 was reopened in a matter of hours. No one was injured in the incidents. 2 men were killed in a traffic accident over the weekend. The accident happened on Friday at a fill-in stop sign near Highway 18. Around 8:30, Jesus Guzman and Jose Rios were killed when they failed to stop at the intersection on Sheep Creek Road. Guzman's car was then broadsided by a Honda Accord. 4 others were hospitalized with injuries. Both men are from Pomona. Well, the verdict is finally in and all is quiet. Sergeant Stacy Kuhn, who supervised the beating, and Lawrence Powell, the officer who struck the most baton blows, were found guilty of violating Rodney King's civil rights. and the officers Theodore Bursino and Timothy Wind were acquitted. We went out and asked how the people in Lancaster felt about the decision.
Should have been all, to me, it should have been all guilty.
I think the verdict was very fair. America stands up for something. My name's Cynthia Levi, and I'm very proud of it.
I didn't really feel they were fair, but like everyone was saying, it's better than some than none. So I guess it's all right, but I really think they all were guilty.
It was half justice and half not justice. All should have been found guilty, but only 3 should have went to jail, should go to jail. Bursino should get probation, but the other 3 should go to jail.
I think they were fair as far as 2 and 2. 2 were guilty and 2 weren't. It satisfied everybody.
And the 2 that were convicted, that they should have been. It's a hard thing. It was something that everybody felt very deeply about. But I'm glad it's over. But I did feel in my heart that the 2 that were convicted were the 2 most responsible.
Pardon?
How do you feel about the verdicts?
I think that the other 2 policemen should have been charged also. I think they were just as guilty.
I think it was fair. I think it should have happened a long time ago, though, where we didn't have all these problems. But that's our system.
And jurors said that fears of potential riots were not a factor in their decisions, but the balance in the verdicts seemed to have pleased most. Well, straight ahead on High Desert Metro News, high desert weather with Jim DILLMAN.
It felt like springtime today. The Antelope Valley saw highs in the low 70s and the mid 70s for the Victor Valley. What's going to feel more like summertime tomorrow? I'll tell you about it during our weather forecast in just a few minutes.
Well, Jim DILLMAN joins us now, and it was windy over the weekend. It was also a chilly wind, too. It wasn't just a normal wind. It was...
And a breath of fresh air, too.
Yeah.
It was. It certainly was not the weekend that we were anticipating anyway. We did not have the sunshine, and well, we had a lot of sunshine. You just couldn't see it because of the clouds, but the weekend is over, so let's talk about today. Absolutely gorgeous. Sunny, a little bit of haze. We had a high today in, well, Palmdale hit 73, 74 in Lancaster. Ridgecrest topped out at 80 degrees. It's springtime, folks. 77 in Victorville, 76 in Apple Valley today. Overnight lows mostly in the 40s, but some very strong winds last night and even this morning across the Antelope and Victor Valleys. The Antelope Valley had wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, and the Victor Valley had wind gusts from 25 to 35 miles per hour. Currently, the humidity at 34%, the barometer at 30.04 and steady. Winds out the east-northeast across the high desert at 5 to 10 miles per hour, so the winds have certainly died down a little bit, and currently a very pleasant 71 degrees. Let's jump into our forecast. This is what we can expect for tonight. There we go. Clear and breezy tonight for the high desert. Sunny and warmer tomorrow. Now, overnight lows tonight, mostly in the 40s. Not a lot of cloud cover out there, so it's going to be probably in the low to the mid 40s in the Victor Valley and the low 40s for the Antelope Valley. But tomorrow, temperatures in the 80s. That's right. We'll see some 70s across the high desert, but we can really look for temperatures into the 80s across the Victor Valley and 79 to 82 across the Antelope Valley. That's the way it will be. Sunny and warmer tomorrow. For the mountains, mostly clear tonight and windy. Wind gusts there up to 15 to 25 miles per hour throughout the evening. And sunny, just a few clouds there. The wind's blowing it, blowing the temperatures away now. Mostly clear and windy tonight for the mountains. Sunny and a few clouds, but windy again tomorrow for the mountains. Overnight lows tonight quite chilly under the clear skies, 30 to 35 degrees. Temperatures for the mountains tomorrow, and you look out to the hills, the Tehachapi's, the San Bernardino Mountains, you'll see still snow up there and temperatures in the mid-60s for tomorrow. If you're going to be doing some traveling, our commuter forecast shows clear and breezy tonight down the hill. The San Fernando Valley, the San Bernardino Riverside, Los Angeles Basin, just about the same. Sunny and warm again tomorrow. Overnight lows mostly in the 40s tonight and highs tomorrow in the upper 70s for the San Bernardino Riverside area. The San Fernando Valley will see temperatures in the low 80s, and the Los Angeles Basin will also see temperatures in the upper 70s. So that's what we can expect. Pleasant weather is here. It is nice out there. The winds dying down. They'll decrease throughout the evening and morning, and it's just going to be a nice day. Okay, so I was a little off on the weekend weather, but that's behind us now.
It wasn't that bad.
Well, it was windy, very, very windy,
yeah.
especially yesterday. I got to go out to the Mavericks game, and it was windy out there.
You threw out the pitch, didn't you?
I threw out the first pitch of the Mavericks game yesterday.
Are you going to blame it on the wind, why it wasn't a strike?
Well, I missed home plate. I missed part of the stadium, as a matter of fact. But Steve's going to tell us about the game during sports.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Well, before that, we'll take you to El Mirage, to a new recreational center, right after this. A new recreational park in El Mirage is officially open to the public. High Desert Metro News reporter Kathleen Chew was on hand to catch the festivities.
Music and special displays by off-road vehicle enthusiasts were all a part of the official opening of the El Mirage recreational area for public use. It's located 20 miles north of Victorville. The recreational area is dominated by a large dry lake bed which is used for all sorts of off-road sports, such as racing and hang gliding. The area has also been used in filming Hollywood movies and rock videos. The more than 2,000 acres has been purchased with funds from state, county, and private agencies. The area was once privately owned, but that didn't keep outdoor enthusiasts from using the area for recreation.
The project actually began planning in the late 70s, and the public has been coming out here as far back as the 30s. What we're trying to do is just legitimize that use, buy the land, get it converted to public ownership. It's open for use right now, today.
The transformation of the land into a federal park had some users of the area upset about the construction of fences and of a regulated type of atmosphere. But many other users are happy to see the federal agency step in.
I think it's wonderful. A lot of people are opposed to the fences and some of the law enforcement that they see out here. But I can tell you that over the years I've seen these people save more than one child's life, and you can't put a price on that.
And when you can bring everybody together and set up some oversight and create rules and regulations and safety programs, most people will benefit by that.
This recreational park is open all year long. During special events, it packs around 5,000 spectators and recreational users. In El Mirage, Kathleen Chew, High Desert Metro News.
And so far, only 10% of the projected 24,000 acres have been bought. Despite state and county cutbacks, the different agencies will continue to buy land from the neighboring owners. And if you plan to travel on the freeway tonight, here's some news. Interstate 15 from Mojave Drive to Palmdale Road will be closed from 9 p.m. tonight until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Crews will be working to remove the false work on the Goodwill interchange. Traffic will be rerouted to local streets, Mojave Drive, Amargosa, and Palmdale Road. And Steve's up next with sports.
Lots going on this weekend. Did you catch any of the ball games?
Yes, I did.
That's good. Mavericks are coming off a great weekend sweep of the Rancho Quakes. We'll tell you about that. Also, Hesperia's Jeff Barker, he finished 7th in the Long Beach Grand Prix, and the Kings, they surprised Calgary in Game 1 of the playoffs.
All right, stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. Steve Gannon joins us now. The Mavericks had a great weekend.
Playing unbelievable ball. Yeah. Won 5 in a row, 8 out of their last 9. Unbelievable. Good evening, everyone, and we will begin with baseball. A great weekend for the Mavericks. The Mavericks avenged a 2-game sweep by the Quakes last week by sweeping all 3 games against Rancho Cucamonga over the weekend. Yesterday, the Mavs got a great pitching performance from Tom McGraw. He went 8 strong innings, gave up only 6 hits and 2 earned runs. Ken Condrina, he came in, pitched the 9th, and shut the door on the Quakes as the Mavs improved to 8-3 overall and now in sole possession of first place in the Southern Division of the Cal League. The Mavs have the night off. They will play a 3-game series at Riverside starting tomorrow. In hockey, the Kings kicked off their playoff drive in Calgary yesterday on national TV. This year, the Kings are hoping to get past the second round of the playoffs for the first time in the team's history, and they will get off to a great start yesterday. Early action, and Gretzky will get the puck behind the net, and he finds Daryl Sador breaking in the left side, and he shoots, he scores. It's 1-0 Kings. Sloppy defense by the Flames, though, would lead to one more King goal, and Dave Taylor breaks free before he goes down, centers it over to Charlie Huddy, and the Kings surprise everyone in this one. The final, 6-3. Game 2 is set for Wednesday night. The Kings lead the series now 1-0. The 2 other Smythe Division teams play also tonight, Winnipeg and Vancouver. They skate at Vancouver. Moving on, in the NBA, both the Lakers and Clippers clinched playoff spots over the weekend. The Lakers did it yesterday by eliminating the Golden State Warriors from contention with a 115-112 victory over the Warriors at the Forum. The Lakers will most likely get Phoenix in the first round of the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Clippers were in Denver taking on the Nuggets. Denver out of the playoff race, but playing for pride and respect after having a much improved year. Early action in the Nuggets, often running the alley-oop pass to Dikembe Mutombo, and he gets the short two. Time running out in the quarter, and Chris Jackson launches this bomb, and good. But the story of the night, Mutombo and his 12 rejections. That's right, 12. There's one right there. Here's another one right there. And Ron Harper, he gets the same treatment. Larry Brown just wondering what's going on, as I am with this video. Anyways, here's the final, 94-83 as the Nuggets win. Both the Lakers and Clippers have the night off, and they will be on the road tomorrow. In auto racing, an exciting day at Long Beach yesterday. Canadian Paul Tracy, he wins the race before an enthused crowd of over 85,000. He led the race 81 of the 105 laps, averaging over 93 miles per hour. Meanwhile, in the Atlantic Formula Series, Hesperia resident Jeff Barker qualified at the 13th spot in the race. And he got a great effort out of his vehicle, moving up and finishing 7th overall. And the 7th place finish got him and his Lynx Racing team a check for $3,000. Good showing there for him. Back east in Boston today, it's a local holiday known as Patriots Day, and also the day that throngs of people take to the streets for the Boston Marathon. The winner today was Cosmo Ndide of Kenya. He ran a 2:09:33. The women's winner was Olga Markova of Russia. She ran a 2:25:27. Now, if you have a young one out there that you would like to see limber and fit, maybe gymnastics is a sport that you should be considering. Desert Gymnastics in Victorville, a fully equipped gymnastics training center, offers youngsters a chance to take up a competitive sport not offered in school.
Well, in our recreation program, we're striving to build a program that the kids can stay in as long as they so desire, and their parents want them here all the way up until they're 18, 19, 20 years old. In our competitive program, we'd like to see the girls get all the way up to the elite levels eventually, which is the Kim Zmeskal, Shannon Miller levels.
The girls compete all over Southern California between Santa Barbara, San Diego. We sometimes go into the San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles, Orange County.
Two of the school's top gymnasts are Sarita Green, seen right here on the balance beam, and Carolyn Sini. They both compete in matches throughout Southern California and have great potential, according to their coach. Next match for the training center is going to be in San Dimas next weekend. The school is going to be sending a total of 9 girls to that meet. So, good luck to them. We'll see how they do next weekend.
All right.
That wraps up sports for the week.
All right, thanks.
All right.
For today.
For today.
Okay, you'll be back tomorrow.
The week is just starting.
Okay, and when we come back, we'll take you to a grand reopening after this. A home improvement warehouse celebrated its grand reopening over the weekend. Home base in Victorville has expanded to fill the needs of the Victor Valley. The weekend event drew many to the store located on Valley Center, along with balloons, clowns, and even a 6-foot dinosaur. Everyone got into the festive mood. And one of the unique features of the store is a drive-through lumberyard.
It's great. I like it.
Seems like they have a pretty good selection going on here, and there's quite a few people here. I mean, there's just a lot of activity going on here right now, and they have a pretty big selection, like I was saying.
It's okay. It's just a little bit crowded today because of the grand opening. And the drive-throughs, looks like it's going to work out real well.
And as we said, one of the unique features is a drive-through lumberyard seen here.
Trucks drive straight through. You can load your lumber directly onto your vehicle, and it's a one-stop shop. You go through, pay once you exit, and takes out quite a bit of time once you're making your purchase. This is the second one we've got in our company. Seems to be working out very well for us. The primary goal was to cater to our customers, improve our customer service level, and try to make a big impact with the contractors as well.
And finally tonight, over the weekend, a retirement party was held for a well-known city official of Barstow, former city manager Eric Ziegler. Holding the esteemed position of Mistress of Ceremonies was Patty Sadie, assistant town manager of Apple Valley. Many city officials and employees attended the party to wish a farewell to who they call an honest man who earned the respect of his fellow employees and community members. Eric Ziegler was joined at the head table by his wife and 3 of his 5 children. Also in attendance was former Barstow City Manager Wayne Lamoureux, who is now the manager of Apple Valley. Lamoureux presented Ziegler with a gift of the last gallon of water available in Apple Valley. Lamoureux, along with others, shared some humorous stories as they reminisced. Codes Compliance Officer Gina Sanchez, along with KHI, created a video in Ziegler's honor, and here are some of the highlights. And Eric Ziegler, retirement party. Well, that does it for this newscast. Any quick weather?
It's going to be pleasant. That's it.
Okay, that'll do it then. And that does it for this newscast. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.